If you're like me, you've likely invested in cheap wine chillers or even the kind that attaches to your counter, only to be underwhelmed by the results. These options either can't keep the wine at the right temperature, or they look like, well, cheap wine chillers. Not exactly the sophisticated wine enthusiast vibe we're going for. But what if I told you there's a better way? Say hello to the MZAVP 200 bottle wine fridge, a dual-zone wine chiller that not only keeps your wine at the perfect temperature but does it with style. Link is in the description if you want to check the latest price on Amazon. This thing is a beast, I mean, in a good way. You get 200 bottles of space, with 2 separate zones, so you can store both reds and whites at the optimal temperature. No more having to manually switch bottles or deal with a single zone that can't handle the difference. Up front, it's got that sleek, modern aesthetic that'll fit right in with your kitchen decor. But more on what really sets this apart, the cooling system. It uses a dual compressor design to ensure consistent temperatures across the board. This thing's got serious power under the hood. But what about when the power does go out? You know, unexpected power outages, or moving, or, well, life being unpredictable. This wine fridge's got you covered with the temperature memory function. It recalls the last temperature setting you had, so even when the power goes out, your bottles come back to that precise temperature when the power's restored. In terms of setup, it's actually pretty straightforward. There are a few different configuration methods depending on how you're installing it, but most people should be fine with a standard freestanding setup. Now, I will say it's pretty quiet, especially considering how well it performs. I mean, we're talking whisper-quiet operation here, so it won't disturb anyone, or, you know, ruin the wine snob party you're trying to have. Oh, I also really like the digital temperature control and that LED mood light in the front. It's a nice touch that gives it a bit of ambience. I've been using this thing for a few months now, and I gotta say, it's one of the best wine purchase decisions I've ever made. I've stored everything from red Bordeaux to white Sauvignon Blanc, and it kept all of them at the perfect temperature. And it's not just me, my friends who are actually wine enthusiasts have raved about it. They're like, dude, this thing's a game changer. Laughs, but you know, in a good way. Of course, like any product, it's not perfect. One thing to note is that it's pretty big, about 24 inches wide, which might take up a bit more space in your kitchen. Plus, the remote temperature control can be kind of finicky if you lose the remote, and, sure, the manual isn't exactly the most detailed guide in the world. Still, for the quality you're getting, I think those are pretty minor complaints. All that being said, if you take care of your wine, and let's be real, you probably do, then this MZAVP 200 bottle wine fridge is the real deal. Like, the difference it makes in just how much you can enjoy your wine is, well, I guess you could say it's priceless, but not really. There's actually a price. Laughs. It's in the description, so just head on over there to get the latest price on Amazon.